They pay my bills, I say, you okay? Yeah, I got her own stocks, just a cover shopaholic. She got a wish list long as a college syllabus. If broke had awards, she'd win all the honors. But I gotta be rich just to call her Madonna. Girl, I ain't your ATM, I'm a man with a dream, not a walking cash app.
She got no job, no car, still wanna vacay in Zanzibar. Got champagne taste, ramen budget, but if I ain't ballin', she saying, boy, forget it. She wearing Shein like it's Fendi, dreams big but pockets empty. Scrolls my page, says I'm not her type, cause I ain't posting no yacht life. She want roses, gold chains, Dior, but she asking me, can you cover the store? I asked her, girl, what do you bring to the table? She said, Wi-Fi, password, and good cable. Why I gotta make 6 figures for a broke girl? She ain't got rent, but she want the whole world. Want steak on a plate, never cooked in her life. Saying, I'm the prize, but can't be a wife. Yeah, I gotta drive a Benz just to date a couch potato. Swipe me for a meal, then ghost me like NATO. If broke was a job, she got full tenure, but I need a 6-figure check just to win her. She posting, know your worth with a filter on, but don't know how to spell entrepreneur in her bio, hun. Got 10 cash apps and none of them full. Yeah, she judging me if my chain ain't pull. She got dreams of Dubai, but debt from Best Buy. And if I ain't rich, I get no reply. She say manifest me a man with a villa. Meanwhile, she at home sharing fries with her sister. Says she need a king, no less, but she sleeping in a t-shirt, hair a mess. Tells me energy matters, it's all about the vibe, but she ain't vibing with a 9 to 5. Why I gotta make 6 figures for a broke girl? Hair done weekly, but savings look curled. She want Prada, but don't know a 401. She say, pay my bills, I say, you okay? Yeah, I got her own stocks, just a cover shopaholic. She got a wish list long as a college syllabus. If broke had awards, she win.
What's up? What's up? So tonight I'm just trying to create some I'm just watching some TikTok videos. So I figured, you know what, why not, let's watch it together. Let's do a live and just check them out together. Okay, so I'm just checking out some TikTok videos, and that's pretty much what I'm doing. All right, let's just watch some stuff, right? Let's check out women talking about dating and men on TikTok. Oh, before that, I want to say that I'm thinking about, I really did like the panel show, because I really like that. Man, my followers and subscribers are really cool people, so I really want to try to do more panel shows. So I'm thinking about maybe every Wednesday to do for open panels, right? So if you want to, if you have a disagreement with me, come on Wednesdays, or if you have a, if you want to react to some videos with me, come on Wednesday. Let's see. Yeah. I'm trying to think anything else. Yeah, Wednesday would be the one if you want to come on live with me. But it will only be for my main channel. I'm gonna repost it, right? I'll repost it on my second channel, right? But to watch the video live, you're gonna have to check it out on my main channel, okay? But yeah, other than that, yeah, if you, and I want to say this, for my videos, I'm not just gonna react to women. I'm gonna talk about maybe politics, maybe race, maybe a bunch of different topics, right? Just whatever fancies me. So if you guys are interested in actually talking about certain things, Wednesday is the live to check out. All right, but anyway, let's get started. Let's check out some TikTok videos. Let's check out some TikTok. All right, let's check this one out.
So most guys, in response to when I tell them that I'm almost 30 years old and I've never had a boyfriend, their first response is to check your friend zone, check your DMs, check your friend zone. Every time I have given a guy a chance that I usually would not have given a chance. Every time I've given any guy a chance, I'm talking like just a talking stage, like just talking to them, maybe going on a date. They either then reject me, then friend zone me, or flat out tell me that they don't want to be with me. Every time it does not go past the talking stage. It doesn't matter. It's not like I'm being picky with the guys that I like. It's not that I'm being picky with the guys that I talk to. Guys just say this to a woman because they can't fathom that you could be a beautiful woman and struggle to find love and struggle to find a partner. They just can't fathom it. The amount of guys that have in the beginning on the first date, they're so nice, chivalrous and all that stuff, and then when they finally see the crazy, they finally see how attached I get, when they finally see how loving I am, when they finally see how loyal I am, they run. So, no, I am not single by choice. It's not because I'm too picky. It's not because check the DMs. Guys don't want to be with me. Okay? Maybe I'm better off being by myself. I don't know. So most guys...
God, I swear, every time you listen to women, they are absolute liars. In my personal opinion, they're absolute liars. I rarely ever believe what women say. I've said this countless times before. I have zero sympathy for women when it comes to dating. Zero. It really is. Because honestly, she's not going into detail or anything, but and it happens more often than not, if you actually listen, if you are able to dissect what women say, if you ever to question women, and when they talk more, right, they go into detail, you will find out really they are the problem. They are the problem. They are why they are single. And then they go online and complain about, men and this and that, and it's like you are the reason why. So really, it's the foolishness to say that anything else besides you is the problem. But let's Big Bars. What's up, my brother? All right, let's dissect this. Let's I'll break this down.
In response to when I tell them that
And here's the thing, right? I'll go by what she says. You can't go anything more, right? So I'm just going to dissect what she says and read into it. I'm just reading into what she says.
So most guys, in response to when I tell them that I'm almost 30 years old and I've never had a boyfriend, their first response is to check your friend zone, check your DMs, check your friend zone. Every time I have given a guy a chance that I usually would not have given a chance. Every time.
So you are dating men you're not interested in. It's kind of weird. I find it weird where certain women will, I'm giving you a chance. I would never give you a chance, but you know what? I'm bending my rules and stuff like that. I'm giving you a chance. I find it weird because how do you think a man feels when, you know what? I'm not really into you, right? Essentially, maybe I'm not really attracted to you, but I'm gonna give you a chance. It's like, really, there's ones of two ways, right? Where it's the players, fine, I'm gonna hit it and quit it, or the good guys, like, what are you trying to settle for me? You're not really into me, so you're not into me, but you're giving me a chance. It's not really how you should go about it. If you're not really into the person, don't give them a chance. Because like you wouldn't have never given them a chance before. You weren't ever into them. Then what are you doing? So I honestly believe that she's going about it with the mindset where I would have never given you a chance before. But you know what? I'm like, I don't know. I'm gonna break a rule, right, to give you a chance. Okay. And here's the thing where I'm still doubting that she actually gives men in her DMs, her friends, a chance.
I've given any guy a chance I'm talking like just the talking stage, like just talking to them, maybe going on a date. They either then reject me, then friend zone me, or flat out tell me that they don't want to be with me. Every time it does not go past the talking stage. It doesn't matter. It's not like I'm being picky with the guys that I like. It's not that I'm
Women think that they're not being picky by get rid of some of their high ass standards, right? Their laundry list of standards. But this is a thing where a lot of women seem to neglect. You are being picky because let's be honest. By dating statistics, women have shown that they are not attracted to most men. Most women find most men unattractive. So you are being picky. I hate a thing where you're not dating just about anybody, right? You're not. And here's the thing where a lot of women fail to realize they can attract a man. The problem is they can't keep a man. That's the thing. Here's a woman that's decent looking. Most likely she has a shitty personality. Most likely she has a personality that honestly it's not worth dealing with. So you can't blame men that you chose, right? But men that you chose to go on dates with. You don't show anything worth dating. You are not a person, honestly, by what you said, you're not someone worth dating, at least for the men that you pick. But again, I hate this insanity that or delusion that women are trying to portray. You are not like a woman like this isn't, dating or in the talking stage with hundreds upon hundreds of men. I doubt it. So really, your right, the pool of men you're even going on dates with isn't that a big of amount. So really, you can't judge all men or a lot of men by the small amount of men you date. You can't.
being picky with the guys that I talk to. Guys just say this to a woman because they can't fathom that you could be a beautiful woman and struggle to find love and struggle to find a partner. They just can't.
Actually, you can. I honestly believe men can believe that you could be good looking, but struggle to find love. But men also know that it's your fault that you're struggling. You shouldn't be struggling. Dating is easy for most, if not all women. Dating is easy. Most men find most women attractive. So you don't have a problem with having options, right? Getting options. You don't have a problem with that. You seems like what you're saying is that you have a problem of getting those options to commit, to want to be with you. Well, that's the thing where you got to think about it is women's standards. It's who women are attracted to. It's who women don't really want to be around. So it's how women choose. Okay. It's all about choice. It's all about choice. It's all about accountability. You are the reason why you don't have a man.
Fathom it. The amount of guys that have in the beginning on the first date, they're so nice, chivalrous and all that stuff. And then when they finally see the crazy, they finally see how
The crazy first date and you already shown how crazy you are. That's a bit unhealthy. Yo, Prime, what's up?
attached I get when they finally see how loving I am, when they finally see
First date, you're already attached. You're already loving. Here's a woman that most likely love bomb men. Here's a woman that honestly, and it's weird. Like, are you actually like? I find it weird when a woman says that, oh, she's going on dates with men that she usually wouldn't give a chance to, and you already shown the craziness. You're already love bombing him. You're already loyal to him. You're already attached to him. You are on the first date. That's insanity. You are only on the first date with a man, and you already attached to him. You're already loyal to him. You're already falling in love with him. Yeah, no duh. What man even sees that? Why are you already in love with him? Why are you already obsessed with him? after the first date. So yes, you are showing the crazy. What man wants that? But you can find a man, which even how as crazy that is, you can find a man. There are plenty of men that would be obsessed with you. So you can be obsessed with him back. I guarantee it, you won't choose that man. So you are it, women's weird way of dating is why it's hurting them.
How loyal I am, they run. So no, I am not single by choice.
You know the whole thing where saying single by choice, or if you are, if you're not, with women it's weird. Okay? Because with women, they have created how shitty dating is for themselves. Women have created that. So it's that you are creating why you're single, by choice. You are creating that, or you're creating the world that makes things hard. One, you are not dating that huge amount of, a big pool of men. You're not. And two, what the hell are you going about dating? How on the first date you were already loyal to the man? You're already attached to the man. You're already in love with the man. How is that? And multiple men, you already do that? Is it that easy for you to fall in love, for you to be that obsessed with these men after the first date? It's really weird. Really weird. Yo, Smoke, what's up, my brother? That's why it's like I find women, again, you make things harder. You make things weird. It doesn't make sense for you already attached to him, loyal to him, into him. That really doesn't make sense. And probably she ain't a virgin, okay? She probably isn't.
Not because I'm too picky. It's not because check the DMs. Guys don't want to be with me.
Guys don't want to be with me. This is the problem. It's such a idiotic thing. Guys do. You just don't pick them. It's like, that's the foolishness where check the DMs. Did you actually check them? I honestly believe that women are such big liars and manipulators. I really do. I honestly believe women are big liars and manipulators. Because are you telling me you fell in love with a bunch of men from your DMs? You show them how obsessed you are. You show them how crazy you are already from your DMs. I'm really doubting that. I really do doubt that. And it just doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense how that can be true. So you've gone on dates with the men from your DMs. Really? That really doesn't make sense.
Okay? Maybe I'm better off being by myself. I don't know. So most guys, in response to when I tell them that I'm almost 30 years old and I've never had a boyfriend, their first response is to check your friend zone, check your DMs, check your friend zone. Every time I have given a guy a chance that I usually would not have given a chance. Every time I've given any guy a chance, I'm talking like just a talking stage, like just talking to them, maybe going on a date. They either then reject me, then friend zone me, or flat out tell me that they don't want to be with me. Every time it does not go past the talking stage. It doesn't matter. It's not like I'm being picky with the guys that I like. It's not that I'm being picky with the guys that I talk to. Guys just say this to a woman because they can't fathom that you could be a beautiful woman and struggle to find love and struggle to find a partner. They just can't fathom it. The amount of guys that have in the beginning on the first date, they're so nice, chivalrous and all that stuff, and then when they finally see the crazy, they finally see how attached I get, when they finally see how loving I am, when they finally see how loyal I am, they run. So no, I am not single by choice. It's not because I'm too picky. It's not because check the DMs. Guys don't want to be with me. Okay? Maybe I'm better off being by myself. I don't know. So most guys...
A video full of lies. Absolutely full of lies. This is why I honestly believe women are are just manipulators. I really do. I, I think it's really just honestly just idiotic how big of a liar she is. But because this is everything, every single thing she says, it's honestly can't be believed. Okay, saying check her DMs. No duh. I'm quite sure she hasn't gone on dates with every man that's been in her DMs. To say that, okay, every man you've been on the first date with, you fell in love with him already. You fell in love with the man on every first date you've been with, and like she said, I've been on. I mean, and she's conveying that she's been on the dates with all these men in her DMs, and she fell in love with all these men. Yeah, that makes sense. Absolutely idiotic. What's up, everyone? Thank you for coming by. They do. They lie about it all the time. She doesn't have a boyfriend, but the body count. Probably a high body count. Probably is. All right, let's check this video out.
Have y'all not noticed that there are so many freaking single moms right now? There are so many single moms. If you're a single mom and you're watching this, please like this video so I can prove my point. But the point is that there are so many single moms and it's getting out of hand. It's literally getting out of hand. What is going on with these men thinking that it's okay to make a child with somebody and walk out? Why are men nowadays so narcissistic? And if you're a man watching this and you don't agree, that's fine. That's fine. You're not one of them. You're not included in this. But for those of y'all that are walking out on your families thinking that shit is cool, you're making kids and walking out like it's nothing. What is wrong with you? Why are y'all so selfish? Do y'all not understand that these kids need a father figure? And if you're walking out and you're doing your duties because things didn't work out, I understand. But most of these men are just walking out and doing their own thing. Most of these men are just walking away from responsibility and leaving it all up to the woman. And that's not fair and it's not right. If you're going to be with somebody, then be with somebody. And do right by them. Okay? And women, do better choosing men. And this goes for me too. We have to do better. Because all these kids without their daddies and these single homes, like, what is going on? This is sad. This is really, really sad. It's become a norm. It's just become a norm. Have y'all not noticed that there are so many?
You know, this is why I honestly think that women are delusional. I really do. Where's their studies? It's like where's your proof to every crap you say? Where is it? Google. Yes, studies show that men are increasingly active fathers, spending more time with their children, taking up more responsibility in childcare and household tasks. And this is a thing where there's also a study where it said black fathers are crazy active fathers. They are more active fathers than any other ethnic groups. So what are you talking about? What the hell are you talking? This is the problem. I agree with her in the beginning. I agree.
Freaking single moms right now. There are so many single moms. If you're a single mom and you're watching this, please like.
I agree. I've said this countless times before. We have a single mother epidemic. We have a single mother epidemic. And here's the thing where I honestly believe the single motherhood is destroying the black community. Destroying the black community. Now, I think single motherhood is destroying every community, but in particular, I believe single mothers are destroying the black community the most. The most. That's my opinion. That is my opinion. And this is the thing where I believe that it's all women's fault. All women's fault. 100%. Because you got to think about this. Who usually leaves a relationship, men or women? Who usually leaves? Women. You can determine that. You could give a good, causation or correlation. 70% of divorces are filed by women. So 70% of divorces, women are leaving. 70%. So you would have to imagine if women would leave marriages, they would leave relationships. Women, okay, on average, leave relationships more than men. Again, that is statistical fact. Okay, at least in marriages. So, what the fuck is this woman talking about? Women leave relationships more on average than men. So it isn't men leaving women. It isn't men leaving women. It's actually women leaving men. What a bunch of BS.
This video so I can prove my point. But the point is that there are so many single moms and it's getting out of hand. It's literally getting out of hand. What is going on with these men thinking that it's okay to make a child with somebody and walk out? Why?
I hate the audacity. I hate the audacity. Because here's the thing. Like I said, couple things. Okay. I already showed you 70% of women file for divorces. 70%. Right? So I guarantee you a lot of those, if not most of those, marriages have children in them. So I already proved you statistically, it's a statistical fact, women leave children, women leave families more than men. Now, yes, at the end of the day, it's usually women having the full custody and stuff, but they leave the family unit, not the men. So isn't men leaving the family? It is women breaking up said family. So again, where's your statistical fact? Where's your study that men are leaving families? Where's that? It is more often than not, women are breaking up families, not men. And here's the second thing. Let's say out, besides marriages. Why are these women not marrying these men before you have kids? Why do you let's give her the benefit of doubt where men are leaving, right? Fine. Which I already proved that's not true. Okay? At least a study that can find correlation to. Why are women getting with men that have the mentality that he won't be there? Because why didn't you marry him first? Why wasn't the relationship so amazing that you married him first? But no, you skip a step. You completely ignore the step and have kids with the man. I swear I've seen, and this is my personal thoughts, that I honestly believe a lot of women and a lot of single women barely know the men they give kids to. Barely. At most, maybe under a year. You barely know him. And you are already his baby mama. Under a year. I've heard stories where they knew him for a month. I've heard, seriously. Or, God forbid, she probably doesn't know him at all. One night stand shit. So, the audacity to put it on a man. Fine. I give you the benefit of the doubt. Why are men, these terrible men leaving? Why did you have kids with said terrible men? That's the thing. Why did you have kids with these terrible men? Make that make sense.
Why are men nowadays so narcissistic? And if you're a man watching this and you don't agree, that's fine. That's,
you know what? I'm trying to see some stuff. Hmm. In my personal opinion, I mean, maybe it's true, but let's say this. In my personal opinion, I think women display more narcissism than men, but fine, right? Fine. Why are you going out with these men? Why are you giving kids to these men? Regardless, if men are narcissistic, which I don't believe so, but fine. If men are narcissistic, why are you giving kids to these men? How come you didn't figure it out? How come you didn't figure out? How come you didn't see the narcissistic tendency? How long did you been with him? Right? How long were you with him? Again, most likely you haven't been with these men that long. Oh, so the couple months you've been with him, he didn't show no narcissistic tendencies. But only after you had a kid with him. Now he's narcissistic? Seems like you went about it. You went about it very idiotically.
Fine, you're not one of them. You're not included in this. But for those of y'all that are walking out on your families thinking that shit is cool, you're making kids and walking out like it's nothing. What is wrong with you? Why are y'all so selfish? Do y'all not understand that these kids need a father figure? And if you're walking out and you're doing your duties because things didn't work out, I understand.
I agree. These kids needs a father figure. So why this is a thing where, in my honest opinion, why didn't you go about it correctly? This is the problem with so many women. They don't take the time to vet the men. They don't take the time, or they don't make the actual effort. Hell, even if you were with the man for a couple months, right? Even if you were with him for a couple months, I honestly believe women do not vet men properly. They don't ask enough questions. They don't figure out the man enough. They don't get to know the man enough. They don't. Women really put very, very little effort in getting to know men. I honestly believe. Because if you really got to know him well, and that includes getting to know his family, his friends, people in his circle, because that's also another way to get to know the man. Women would see the red flags. Women would be able to look and would able to be seeing the lies. Any lies, any red flags. Women would be able to see it already. But I honestly believe women don't. Women barely put that much effort into getting to know the men, particularly the men that they would have kids with.
But most of these men are just walking out and doing their own thing. Most of these men are just walking away from responsibility and leaving.
Let me see. I want to see. It's hard to see if men are walking out or families don't have fathers. Because this is a thing where the data on it isn't as concrete to see that men are leaving relationships. I mean, it just says men live separately from the children. And again, I don't think that's because of men's fault. It's because of the court system or court system and women, because usually women have full custody. And that's another topic. I honestly believe every couple should have 50-50, but whatever.
Giving it all up to the woman. And that's not fair and it's not right. If you're
This is the thing, leaving up to the women. It's not fair and it's not right. I find it funny that it's not fair and it's not right, yet women usually fight for full custody. Women usually fight for full custody. I honestly believe I don't see the data of women actually fighting for 50-50 custody. I don't see that data. And it's not, women don't. Women fight for full custody. So, you know, I don't have direct studies. I only have studies that may be correlated, right? The divorce, 50-50 custody or, full custody litigations. So again, at the end of the day, seems, in my personal opinion, still women. It's still women. So what I say is that I think it's ridiculous that you put blame on men when, in my opinion, I can see blame on women by using statistical studies, using actual studies where it seems like it's women. And like I said, even the delusional hypothetical scenarios where, fine, women are getting with narcissistic men, and these narcissistic men are leaving. Why are you giving kids to these men? Are women being forced into giving kids to these men? Are women being forced to being in relationships with said narcissistic men? Are women being forced to do that? I really want to know, because it sounds like this woman is saying that women are forced to it, right? They're forced. There's no other men out there. There's no other men out there. Only narcissistic men. Those are the only men you can have kids with. Those are the only men you can have kids with. Only women only have options with the narcissistic men, right? So what can women do, right? What can women do when the only options women have are narcissistic men? I don't know, right? I feel bad for them. I really do. Women don't have any choices. Women have zero choice. They only can pick from narcissistic men. It hurts my heart for them. It really does. Women being forced to get pregnant by narcissistic men. Women are being forced to get pregnant by the Pookies. Oh, God, that hurts. That hurts my heart. Hurts my heart that the Pookies are the only men for you, right? The only men that are out there for you. It hurts my heart.
you're gonna be with somebody, then be with somebody and do right by them. Okay? And
why do you not marry the person? If you want to be with somebody, then actually be with somebody. Get married with them. Oh, well, he doesn't want to get married. Then why the fuck did you get kids with him? This is a thing where it's like, sometimes I don't usually, right? It's not my thing. Give advice. I said this. I don't believe marriage is right for men. I don't, because it's, in my personal opinion, you might as well just be in a relationship, right? Girlfriend and boyfriend is enough for a man. Marriage does what for a man? It doesn't. You can get what you can get in relationship. You don't need to go to a marriage. But in my opinion, that you can, if you're going to have kids, men should make that sacrifice. Men should make the sacrifice. So in reverse, if you are going to give as a woman, if you're going to give kids to a man, you should be requiring marriage, because that's a high level of commitment. It's a contract. It's a contract. So that's the thing. It's a binding contract. You are going through this effort, right? You are giving him a legacy. It should be binded in a contract. So if you give him kids, you should be getting marriage out of it. So why are you giving? Because this is a thing where a man will do what he got to do that will benefit him. If he can get kids out of you without signing a contract, benefit from it. Why the fuck would you be so stupid to give this man kids when he didn't even want to marry you? But no, let's blame men for that. It's not like you have any autonomy. Okay? It's not like women have any choices, correct? It's not like women can, dictate their own fucking life. No, of course not. Women are the victims. I feel so bad for them. Women can't do anything, right?
Women do better choosing men. And this goes for me too. We have to do better. Because all these kids without their dad.
Again, single mothers are hurt. That's why they make such stupid opinions. They have stupid opinions. Seriously. I mean, why did you not marry the man you gave kids to? Because he didn't want to marry you? Then why the fuck did you give him kids? Or why did you not marry the man you gave kids to? Because you didn't want to marry him? Then why the hell would you give him kids? Because this is the thing where if you couldn't even make that level of commitment, right? That level of commitment, why would you think it's logical that the commitment of kids is okay? Because the order should be, relationship, a committed relationship, marriage, then kids. That's a ascending order of commitment. But women love to skip shit. Women love to get in a relationship. Sometimes I don't even think they do, right? And then kids. But like I said, sometimes they don't even get into a relationship. Barely a relationship, if that. Probably not even a committed relationship. Probably a situationship. This is what women have, in my personal opinion, created situationships. So, because it's not a committed relationship. But they give kids to the man. So they skip actual committed relationship, marriage, go straight to fucking kids. So if you couldn't get a committed relationship out of him, if you couldn't get marriage out of him, you think he will fucking stay with you because you gave him kids? Are you stupid? No. Are you not? I mean, it seems like you are. Because I hope that women aren't stupid. But seriously, they seem to be.
And these single homes, like, what is going on? This is sad. This is really, really sad. It's become a norm. It's just become a norm. Have y'all?
Controversial things? I think men should control who women date. Controversial, I know, but I honestly believe women are really poor at picking men. I really think women are poor at picking men. Your brothers, your uncles, I mean, if you have a father, your father should be picking the man you will have kids with, you will marry, you will be in a relationship with. Or if not picking, agreeing to or disagreeing to, right? Or, making the decision if you will be with this man or not. What do you guys think? Let's check out this one.
If you marry a man who believes in a 50-50 relationship, you are quite literally ruining your life. Not only will he expect 50-50 financially, but he will expect it in all aspects of his life. Mindset of a 50-50 man is one that is, I did this for you. What are you doing for me? And you just don't want that for the rest of your life. I've seen men with this mindset expect half of the rent, half of the expenses, even though they make more than the woman. In the beginning of the relationship, you ask him what his expectations are when splitting expenses, and he tells you it's 50-50. I would definitely run in the other direction. I know a lot of women are okay with an equitable relationship, and if that's okay with you, totally go for it. A man that is generous will never expect a woman to split things. He will just try to take care of as much as he possibly can. Anytime a man says, what do you offer? That's already the wrong mentality. A true man honestly knows that women have a lot to offer. If you're in the position where you are about to give birth and your man is still expecting you to contribute to half of everything, Having children and giving birth is definitely not a 50-50 task. If you're ever in that position, you should ask him how he is contributing 50-50 to giving birth to a child. Signs that he's into this 50-50 lifestyle is getting charges after a date night, not covering your portion of the bill when going out with friends and it's a small amount. How embarrassing would it be if he bought you guys a cookie and it was like $3 and he charged you $1.50? Anyway, 50-50 men are not the vibe. They'll literally ruin your life, so stay away. Bye. If you marry a
You know, you wonder why I say that women's career, women's money are meaningless to men. There's a study that has shown that study of men and women where they were asked what they valued more, right? Looks, attraction, or wealth, okay? Surprisingly, a lot of men say wealth, right? A woman's career, women's money. It shows you that men do care. Men do care that a woman isn't a gold digger or a leech or whatever. The problem is men can't care. Okay? Men can't care because at the end of the day, it's useless. Right? It's useless. Men would love an accomplished woman. Men would love a woman that has her career, has her shit together, that has her money, that has her own money. Men would love it. The problem is, it means nothing, right? It means nothing because women are useless. Women's education does not benefit a man. Women's career does not benefit a man. Women's bank account does not benefit a man. It's useless. It's utterly useless because what does it do? What is a woman that has a PhD, right, a master's, working in fucking at a CEO of Facebook, right, $1 billion in the bank account? What does it do for him? She would still expect him to pay. She's still a woman that's accomplished would still hate 50-50, would still expect the man to fucking provide. So, why do you think men only care about your looks? Why do you think men only care about your beauty, only care about your youth, only care about your fucking womb, right? I mean, you wonder why men go for younger women. Here's a woman. One of the things she said, can't go 50-50 with the childbirth, right? So, guess what? Why the fuck would a man date an older woman? Why would he? Her womb is useless, right? She's not gonna go 50-50 with anything else. Yet she can't really give him kids, so really, she's useless, right? Utterly useless. She's older. Womb is pretty much useless, so makes her useless. Out of a fucking woman's mouth, right? One of the things that you can't, a man can't go 50-50 is the childbirth. Okay, what happens when a woman can't give him a child? I.e., she's older. It seems like she's utterly useless to him. By a fucking woman's mouth. It's like, can't give him anything else, right? What else? I mean, like, literally, she says nothing what a woman brings, right? Nothing. I mean, a man should already know. Yeah, coming out of a woman's mouth, you said nothing. You tell a man nothing what a woman brings. But what you do bring up is birth. Okay, great. Yeah, men see that. Okay? Men see that. Men see what women deem as their value. Their looks, okay? Their youth, their womb. That is what men benefit from. That is it. That is it. And again, it's not necessarily by choice. Maybe not necessarily by choice for modern day men, but that is the reality. Okay? And that is what women present. That is what women, pretty much perpetuate. Because you have nothing else, correct? 50-50, oh my God. God forbid you contribute. God forbid you contribute to anything.
Man who believes in a 50-50 relationship, you are quite literally ruining your life.
You know what I find funny, okay? A woman that this vapid, that this idiotic, that this selfish, since she's cute, decent looking, she won't be punished necessarily for the stupid shit she say. Because, what can I say? Men are stupid. We are stupid. We are, okay? It doesn't matter if she's pretty enough, men don't give a shit, right? Men don't care if a woman says a lot of stupid shit. If she's pretty enough, there will be a man for her. There will be a man for her. So what can I say? I mean, you know, I'm hoping that this educates other men that I don't give a shit how good looking you are. I ain't dealing with your stupidity. Okay? I ain't dealing with you using me. I ain't dealing with that shit. You want to find another man? Great. There's plenty of simps, plenty of betas, plenty of idiotic men, plenty of doormats for you to date. Plenty. But for a woman that thinks men are only good for providing and that women are pretty much useless besides giving birth, cool.
Not only will he expect 50-50 financially, but he will expect it in all aspects of his life. Mindset of a 50-50 man is one that is, I did this for you. What are you doing for me?
It's funny. She said, "What? I'm giving birth for the man. What is he doing?" I mean, it's like literally her video. Okay, is that because you're a woman, he should be doing this for you, right? I mean, it's like a man is giving you your same energy, and this is a thing where it's not that he's doing. This is a thing where women misinterpret 50-50. Women do. And I think women do it maybe on purposely or because they're stupid. 50-50 is essentially you give effort, I give effort. That is it. That is the pure unfiltered idea of 50-50. I'm giving effort, you're giving effort. If I'm giving effort on dating, you're giving effort on dating. Not just because you're just fucking there, right? Your time means fucking what? We're both giving time. We're both giving effort. We should both pay for the date. We are both, right? Doing domestic work. We are both taking care of our child together.
And you just don't want that for the rest of your life. I've seen men with this mindset expect half of the rent, half of the expenses, even though they make more than the woman. In the beginning of the
God forbid you're living together and he expects half of the fucking rent. But hey, you know what? What women do? Live by yourself and pay the full rent yourself, right? That makes sense. That makes sense. Instead of, you know what? Being with a partner you love and sharing in the adult responsibility. This is the thing. Women are fucking lazy. They want a man to take care full, right? Women want men to take away their full adult responsibility. No, you want to live with him so he can pay fully for the rent, right? Fully for the utility. Again, your career, your degree is absolutely useless to him. And this is why men only care about your how you look. This is why, right? And then when you talk, this is why men don't really care, right? Women, a little while back, I find it funny. A lot of women were complaining. Oh my God, I go on and see these dates with men and they don't ask questions. Yeah, guess what? Fucking useless to get to know you. Useless. It's useless. All he needs to know is how good looking you are. That is it. You wonder why, right? You wonder why. Because here's a woman that honestly brings nothing to the table besides more bills. Right? That's it. Literally, you can see it from her video. So men know that, you know what? Since I'm going to provide, all I need to care about is what you look like, what your body look like, if your womb is still good. That is it. That is it. Because here's the thing, right? Asking questions, what is it going to do? Get to know how selfish you are? No. Because honestly, if men ask questions of women, men will see the red flags, and men will just like, now you're just making me dislike you, right? You're just making me dislike you. And what's the point? Okay. What's the point of me disliking you? I mean,
relationship, you ask him what his expectations are when splitting expenses, and he tells you it's 50-50, I would definitely run in the other direction. I know a lot of women are.
it's funny. Okay, let's listen. So a woman tells you, what's your expectations of a relationship financially? She says for you to pay for everything. Yeah. You know what type of woman she is. Okay, let's get back to the bedroom. This is a thing where I find it funny where women don't see. You wonder why you attract the men that will only use you, right? You wonder why you are attracting men that, you know what, they will hit it and quit it. You want men that will go with this woman like this. He'll pay for it, right? Fine, $1,000, cool. A couple bills, cool. I'm going to fuck you until I'm done, until I'm bored of you, and I'm going to leave you. Women like this, okay? Of course, she will always attract the simps, of course, but she will definitely have a plethora of users. She will definitely have a plethora of users because honestly, users attract users.
Okay with an equitable relationship, and if that's okay with you, totally go for it. A man that is generous will never
Equitable relationship, an equal relationship. God forbid.
expect a woman to split things. He will just try to take care of as much as he possibly can. Anytime a man says, "What do you offer?" that's already the wrong mentality. A true man honestly knows that women have a lot to offer. If you're
Yeah. Your looks, your body, your womb. That is it. What else? What else do you have to offer? Honestly, your education, your intelligence are useless. I mean, what is he going to use it for? Right? I mean, you're not contributing anything to his life. So your education is pointless. Your wealth, your bank account is useless. You're not contributing to the life. So what else do you contribute?
in a position where you are about to give birth and your man is still expecting you to contribute to
You're about to give birth. Okay, a natural shit. A natural thing. Fine, okay. And again, you wonder why I said women's worth are their womb. That is their worth. Okay? That is what men value, your womb. Because women are no better than their womb. All right?
half of everything. Having children and giving birth is definitely not a 50-50 task. If you're ever in that position, you should ask him how he is contributing 50-50 to giving birth to a child. Signs
I swear. Again, like I said, their worth is their womb. That is, you wonder. It's like seriously, she pretty much she pretty much equate the whole shit, right? Yeah, men can't contribute when you give birth. No, duh, it's fucking biology. But I find it funny that okay, fine, you like you're not doing it for yourself, correct? You're doing it for him. It's all for him. But this is a thing where I find it really idiotic because let's say this, when women give birth to the kids, and I don't know from my personal experience, women are absolute control freaks. I honestly believe, and again, it's my own opinion, women take control of the child care, take control of the child rearing. They take complete control. So really, it's at the end of the day, do women make it all that great? And it's like, oh, fine. I mean, it's not like you haven't give birth for yourself, right? It's not like it's your child too. So at the end of the day, it's like, that's not much of a determining factor for anything, really.
That he's into this 50-50 lifestyle is getting charges after a date night, not covering your portion of the bill when going out with friends, and it's a small amount. How embarrassing would it be if he bought you guys a cookie and it was like $3 and he charged you $1.50? Anyway, 50-50 men are not the vibe. They'll literally ruin your life, so stay away. Bye.
Okay. I mean, let me say this. I mean, I always think that having an equal relationship is more fitting for modern day people. Because here's the thing where a lot of women can't understand. Okay, cool. You are in a relationship where a man provides completely. I honestly believe the mentality of men, if you make the money, you make the rules. That's why I said if both parties are contributing equally, it's a better distribution of power. But fine. You want a man to fully provide. You are creating a relationship potentially where the man will, in his mind, is like, I am fully providing. This is my household. It's going to be my rules. Now, I've always believed modern day people, women can't handle being led. And I think a lot of times men can't handle the power because power corrupts absolutely. So I honestly believe that this mindset like this, not 100%, but I honestly believe often will lead to not a easy outcome, not a good outcome, because like I said, women cannot handle being led, modern day women, and modern day men can't handle power, in my honest opinion. Power corrupts absolutely. So become abusive, become controlling, so on and so on. A lot of women can't handle a man leading them, a man being dominant to them, because a lot of women aren't submissive. They're not submissive in nature anymore. I don't believe so, but I don't know. What do you guys think? Yo, Placebo, what's up, my brother? All right, let's check something. Let's check out another video. It's all good. It's all good, my brother. Thank you for joining anyway. Right? I love all my brothers that come out and support. So it's all good, my brothers. Just looking at some TikTok videos to react to.
What has happened?
All right, let's check out this video. Yo, Artie, what's up, my brother? Oh, no. I don't know. I don't know why. I see you in the chat now. I don't know. All right, let's check out this video. Let's check out this clip.
Can I just say something? What has happened to masculine men? I feel like nowadays men are so feminine. They are so passive. They are so overly emotional. They want to be chased. They want to be pursued. Like, what has happened to masculinity? And it's now pushing women to become more masculine because they're seeing how emotional the men are. And they're like, well, this guy's not going to be able to protect me. This guy's not going to be able to lead. This guy's not going to be able to problem solve. Women are attracted to strength. They are attracted to disciplined, masculine men who have high levels of self-respect. So many of these men have just turned into little bitches. Like, they want to be chased, they want to be pursued. They're still resting and sitting in their feminine energy, and they're wondering why their testosterone levels are low, why they have problems with women, and that's why you're not masculine. Can I just say something? What has happened?
This is the thing with women where they don't realize that they are the fault of all the things that they complain about. Women. Because you got to imagine, okay, before feminism, that is the world that men live, right? That men created. Everything after feminism, that is the world that women have essentially created. That women have either, they are the root of it, or women have pretty much created themselves. Women have become overly masculine. And sadly, I agree. It has certain men have adapted and become a bit feminine. I do agree that a lot, and not by feminine, but not pursuing women, because I honestly believe women are not worth it anymore. But they are feminine in that men don't have strength of convictions anymore. Men don't have determination anymore. Men don't stand on boundaries, they don't stand their ground anymore. Because we have more simps, more betas, more weak ass men more than ever. Okay? Men that, oh, this woman is so beautiful, even though she's like calling men feminine, she's my queen. Right? She's my queen. She's so gorgeous. I'm gonna like her. I'm gonna like her on Instagram. I'm gonna like her on this. I'm gonna like her. She's so amazing. I don't give a shit how she's calling men feminine, right? No. Bitch, I don't give a shit. Right? No. We have so many men that are so weak of mindset. So that's the thing where we don't have enough men that, you know what, stand on shit. That don't let that shit slide. But I honestly believe that it is the results of feminism. The results that women are, rising up, right? They're doing better than ever in so many other categories, that it has honestly weakened or dejected a lot of men. But actual men will look at it and like, fuck it, I'm still gonna rise up. I'm still going to push forward. But sadly, some men, the weak ones will fall to the wayside. So I honestly believe that is the results of women's actions, not men. Men haven't changed. Men only adapt. Sadly, that adaptation can also hurt, right? That adaptation can also hurt. Women have changed. Women changed. And it has forced men to adapt. And like I said, certain adaptations, okay, can hurt as well, right? I.e., men are becoming weak because men are losing conviction. Men are getting weak of mind, right? Weak of mindset, right? Men are being weak of mindset. No man should be a modern day feminist. No man should honestly be a modern day feminist.
To masculine men. I feel like nowadays men are so feminine. They are so passive. They are so overly emotional. They want to be chased. They want to be pursued. Like,
first of all, okay. I don't think chase and pursued, that is men being feminine. I think in my personal opinion, the chase and pursued is kind of idiotic in the sense that men want women to put effort. And this is why I said, like I said, what I believe is the feminine nature is the men that are weak in mindset. Okay, don't stand on the ground, so easily manipulated, so weak to women. That is a weak man. Okay, a feminine man. But not wanting women to pursue or chase, truly, right? It's that modern day men want women to put in fucking effort, and women think that that's pursuing, chasing. No, putting in effort. Because this is a thing where men don't want to be Me Too'd. Men don't want to be think as creeps. Men don't know if you're into him or not. So guess what? What does that create? Just create that, if you're interested, show it to him. Tell him that you're interested. Right? Don't think that, you look at him, he's gonna know that shit. Fuck that shit. How the fuck? It's like, no. How many times men think that, I thought you looked at me, so I'm gonna approach you. Oh no. You're a creep. I didn't look at you. I looked past you. This is the thing where men aren't risking that shit anymore. Men aren't risking that shit anymore. No. Men don't want to be called creeps. So men aren't dealing with that shit. Men are tired of that. And again, that is the creation of women. Women have created the landscape where men can be called creeps, men can be Me Too'd, men can be ridiculed. Plus, men are tired of being rejected. Men are tired of the constant rejection. Guess what that creates? Now it's your fucking ball. Now the ball is in your court. Right? So if you want him, well, go for him. Men aren't bothering with going up to women that honestly will just reject them. Men are tired of that shit.
What has happened to masculinity? And it's now pushing women to become more masculine because...
No. Other way around. Women have become masculine, and it's affecting men and making them more feminine in nature or feminine in mindset. Women have become masculine, and the sad result that some men have adapted to become more feminine. This is the thing where I honestly, maybe controversial opinion, I think this is why it's affecting certain men to become trans. This is a controversial opinion where I don't know the numbers, right? I didn't look up the numbers, but I'm seeing it more and more where a lot of men, okay, are growing up and hearing men ain't shit. Women are strong and independent. Women are amazing. Men are creeps. Men are disgusting. Men are violent. Men are dogs. Men are at the bottom of the totem pole, right? Men are men and shit. And then you hear so many things that women are 10s, women are perfect, women are being propped up in society, right? Being a woman is amazing. So it's creating a lot of men that, was like, oh my God, women are so amazing. Society loves women and society hates men. So it's turning men into wanting to be women, right? That's why I honestly believe, I'm old. So back in my day, the whole trans thing wasn't that big. And now you're seeing it more and more. And I believe that more men are turning into women because women are, trying to take the place, take the top of the totem pole. Women, want to be strong and independent. So, a lot of men are, they think that, okay, let me try to be a woman. So that's one thing with my controversial opinion with the trans shit. But again, because women are being domineering, becoming masculine, it is weakening a lot of men who, these men would be the idea of survival of the fittest. Well, these men wouldn't be the fittest to begin with. So, these men would have been the ones to been gotten rid of. So I think that these men are the ones, like, let's say the incels. I think the incels are one of the weakest minds in the men's sphere. They are the weakest. So these men generally would be the ones to have a feminine mindset. They are very emotional men. These are very weak men. Very men that don't stand on anything. Men that don't have a backbone. Men that are doormats. So yeah, but these men weren't that big or weren't that prominent back 20, 30, 40 years ago. That's because as women get more masculine or they get higher in the totem pole, right? Natural selection. Exactly. women get higher on totem pole? Well, it's weeding out weaker men, and it's making men with weaker mindset. Well, guess what? He becomes more weak.
They're seeing how emotional the men are, and they're like, well, this guy's not going to be able to protect me. This guy's not going to be able to lead. This guy's not going to be able to problem solve. Women are attracted to strength. They are attracted to disciplined, masculine men who have high levels of self-respect. So many of these men have just turned into little bitches. Like,
now, I do think a true man is a man in control of his emotions. I do think that. I do think that you know, more men are being highly emotional, not standing on their convictions. That's why, in my honest opinion, why I love men's content, manosphere shit, because I think men in this group, right, we are standing our shit. We're not letting, we're not gonna be the simps. We're not gonna, be highly emotional and be weak-minded. So I personally think that these are some of the strongest mind men, in my opinion.
they want to be chased, they want to be pursued. They're still resting and sitting in their feminine energy, and they're wondering why they're
Again, men are not clamoring to be pursued and chased. That's not the fucking it. Men are saying, if you are interested, show me. Because I don't want to be perceived as a creep. I do not want to be rejected. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of being rejected. I'm tired of seeing my brothers getting rejected. So I'm tired of it. Men are not asking women to necessarily pursue them. But it's like, put in fucking effort. If you are interested, it's like, really show that you're interested. That's the thing. I swear to God, it's like one of the things I hate so much about women is the constant need for a man to read your fucking mind. Stop it with that shit. Men do not want to read your mind, nor could they. So men don't know if you're interested or not. Stop it with your fucking your hints, your body language. No, men are not really into reading body languages like that, into fucking hints like that. And so that's why men say, be more direct. And being direct in women's eyes is pursuing, is chasing. Well, fine. If it is, it is. But honestly, that's the landscape that women have created. Men are not allowed, right, to actually approach women, or men are not, it's not a safe space, right? It's not a good feeling for men approaching women. It's either you are rejected, you are made to feel a creep, you are made to feel disgusting, you're made to feel unwanted. So why the hell would men want to do that to themselves? So you get newer generation of men not like seeing how the older generation of men got rejected, got shitted on. So really, what the fuck would newer generation of men want to deal with that shit?
testosterone levels are low, why they have problems with women, and that's why you're not masculine. Can I just say something?
What do you guys think? What's up, everyone? Thank you for joining the live. If you guys could, please like the live. It's very helpful. And it shows you that, you actually liked it. So that's always helpful. Hi.
I broke up with my boyfriend, so
Yeah, Artie, I don't know why. I mean, sometimes YouTube is weird with their comments, because I've had this thing before, right? I've said this. I do not delete comments. I do not, whatchamacallit? I do not care to moderate comments. Okay? I don't mind what you guys say. You guys could. I've had plenty of people hate on me in comments, and that's fine. I have plenty of people hating me in chat sometimes. That's fine. So The haters are always welcome. Okay, so even that I don't care. I don't really care. So I don't know why YouTube does that sometimes. But yeah, they're weird with that. Placebo, yeah, I agree. That's how I agree. That's the way people meet nowadays. I do things that I think cold approach isn't as common anymore, or isn't it's slowly it's not as big or getting phased out. But yes, I definitely agree. This is a thing where Big Bar said, sadly, some pretty women going to die alone. For the pretty women to die alone, it's still going to be her fault, right? It's still going to be her fault. So, what can you say? All right, let's check this clip out.
I broke up with my boyfriend, someone I love, someone I have known for over 10 years, because he didn't stand up to misogynistic young men when he was given the opportunity. We had just finished watching Adolescence, a miniseries on Netflix that essentially talks about how boys are being more and more radicalized online, how parents aren't paying attention, and how it's really up to men to help solve this problem, because they're surely not going to listen to us. So we were walking to the farmer's market, and right behind us were two boys, probably 13 or 14 years old, and they were saying things like, Trump is the best, what has he ever done, he has more followers online, I don't get why no one would like him. And I was seething because my 6'4", handsome, white privileged boyfriend wasn't saying anything. And so finally I stop, I turn around and I get right in their face, and I said, he's a fucking rapist, he's a certified fucking rapist. And they go white in the face. Boyfriend? Still just standing there, not saying anything. Once the boys get their bearings, they say something like, Trump is my daddy, Trump is your daddy. And I was furious. I had a full-blown crash out. I took my full morning latte and I smashed it on the ground, and I grunted and yelled and walked away. And he's like, what's the matter? You're the matter. Not even the boys so much. Him, because he had an opportunity to stand up against misogyny and he fucking didn't. I broke up with my boyfriend, someone
Oh my God! The guy dodged a massive bullet. Yo, Placebo, thank you for sharing. Amazing that you get a prenup. Cold approach, man, that's still rare. That's rare. First of all, wasn't Adolescence black faced? I don't know. I didn't see. I didn't. Is that the show? I didn't see it. Isn't it based on black kid that was violent? Then they created a white kid. Or wrong way. I don't really know. I think. I mean, I know this. If you're talking about the show, it's white kids, but I don't know if it's. I don't know if it's based on anything. So I don't really know. God damn! This woman is insane. The boy, she's a nutcase. The boyfriend dodged a huge bullet. Dodged a huge motherfucking bullet.
I love, someone I have known for over 10 years. I broke up with my boyfriend, someone I love, someone I have known for over 10 years, because he didn't stand up to misogynistic young men when he was.
I can't believe he was with her for 10 years. This is what I'm saying, where I honestly believe that a lot of men are weak, are feminine mindset. A lot of men are feminine mindset. A lot of men are weak, because here's the thing. How can you deal with a woman? How can you be with a woman that's so emotionally unregulated? This woman is psychotic. This woman, you do not have control of her. And and here's the other thing. A woman you don't have control over, she's going to get you fucking killed. She's going to get you killed. She's going to ruin your life. 10 years with the woman. 10 years. And she broke up with him because he didn't talk to fucking kids. He didn't correct kids.
given the opportunity. We had just finished watching Adolescence, a miniseries on Netflix that essentially talks about how boys are being more and more radicalized online, how parents aren't paying attention, and how it's really up to men to help solve this problem because they're
Here's the thing. One, I honestly believe it's up to fathers. It's up to fathers because young boys, I honestly believe will rarely listen to strangers, men that they don't know. I honestly believe young boys will rarely listen to other men. They find, why would they? So anyone that will actually affect a young boy is a father, is their father. So it will go to the root is the mother needs to fucking choose right. You can't have a random ass man talk to kids. Is not going to change the mind of kids, particularly boys. He's not, unless he's like really active in the kid's life. It is hard to really affect a young boy's mind if you're not active, or i.e. taking the place of the father. It is a father. So no, men are not, it's not the job, or men can't do it. It is fathers that can do it.
surely not going to listen to us. So we were walking to the farmer's market, and right behind us were two boys, probably 13 or 14 years old, and they were saying things like, Trump is the best, what has he ever done, he has more followers online, I don't get why no one would like him. And I was seething because my 6'4", handsome, white privileged boyfriend was
white privileged boyfriend. I honestly believe she hated the guy. This is the thing where I'm saying where men are fucking weak. Why are you getting with leftist women? Why are you getting with feminist women? Why are you getting with Democrat women? Why the fuck are you getting with these women? Because at the end of the day, they don't like you, right? They tolerate you because for whatever reason that maybe you showed some leftist, democratic, feminist viewpoint, but they really don't like you. They see you as a white or male supremacist or abuser, or they do not like you deep down. Literally bringing this man's collar as in like something.
Wasn't saying anything. And so finally I stop, I turn around, and I get right in their face, and I said, he's a fucking rapist. He's a certified fucking rapist. And they go,
I correct me if I'm wrong, but he wasn't he wasn't I think he wasn't he was accused of it. He wasn't judged for it. I believe. I mean, I could be wrong, but I don't think he wasn't judged guilty of that. So I don't think that's true, but correct me if I'm wrong.
the white in the face. Boyfriend, still just standing there, not saying anything. Once the boys get their bearings, they say something like, Trump is my daddy. Trump is your daddy. And I was furious. I had a full-blown crash out. I took my full morning latte and I smashed it on the ground, and I...
Absolutely toxic. It's like inability to regulate your emotions. These were kids, and you went ballistic in front of these kids. I find it really ridiculous. And this is the thing where why these men are maybe more feminine than ever. Because this is the thing where you're producing, okay? You don't have control of her. And you're getting with women that are absolutely unstable as fuck. They are crazy. A woman that can't control her emotions will get you killed. So imagine this. Imagine this. If that scenario wasn't boys, but men, right? If she did that in front of men, a bunch of men, okay, she went ballistic like that. She pretty much put this 6'4" man life in danger. What is he gonna have to do? Fight a bunch of men now? He's gonna have to fucking fight a bunch of men. It's like you could get a man killed for that. Or hell, you could get him sent to prison. Because hell, this is the thing where now he has to fight against a bunch of men. His life is on the line. So he would have to hurt a bunch of men if he could. Right? It's either he has to hurt the men or get hurt by the men. So it's either or he's get killed, he's gonna get hurt, or he has to kill, or he has to hurt. He has to hurt someone. This is the thing where women put men in dangerous situations.
Grunted and yelled and walked away, and he was like, what's the matter? You're the matter. Not even the boys so much. Him, because he had an opportunity to stand up against misogyny, and he fucking didn't. I broke up with my boyfriend, someone I love, someone I have known for over 10 years, because he didn't stand up to misogynistic young men when he was given the opportunity. We had just finished watching Adolescence, a miniseries on Netflix that essentially talks about how boys are being more and more radicalized online, how parents.
And it's funny that you want your man to do what to the kids? Educate the kids? You think that's going to affect them? He's a fucking stranger. What do you want him to beat the kids up? You want him to, this is the thing. You want a man to be as emotionally unstable as you. A man is 6'4". A man is 6'4". You want him to be as emotionally unstable as you. To what? Threaten these kids? To be aggressive as you? This is why women are dangerous and stupid. You want a man who is 6'4" to let go of his emotions? To have emotional outbursts whenever he's triggered? This is the problem with women. Right? For years, decades even, women say, oh, men are so stoic. Men don't know how to express emotions, all that shit. No. Men do. It's called regulation. It's that men do know that if you express emotion and you do it often, there's a high probability that you can be too expressive. Because emotions are not easy to control. This was a dark moment in my life, okay? A dark moment in my life. Where I got so blind angry, okay? I got so blind angry. I was so like, I think I could have blacked out in a stupid way, but I was so blind angry. I ran to a door. Okay, I wanted to, again. My ex was in the room. I was knocking on that door. Okay, whatever. We had an argument. It was a toxic relationship. Okay, but I was so angry, insanely angry. And this was an apartment, a rented part. I was banging on that door. I wanted her to come out. Not to do anything bad, but we had to finish our argument or whatever. Okay. I bust down that fucking door. I broke that door. And after broken that door, I woke up, right? It's like, what the fuck am I doing? And because that being so overly emotional was such a dangerous thing to me. Like, it's like, I was like, fucking, I will never be that overly emotional because later on I realized that there was a key to that door on top of the ledge, right? On top of the door frame. I could have taken that key and just opened the door. But I was so emotionally unstable. Okay, I was so angry. Okay, so upset. So, because we were having a stupid argument. It was a really ridiculous argument. I did not see nothing, right? I was not thinking about anything. And after that moment, I came to realize that I'm not going to do that again. I will not get that emotional ever again. Because one, that was dangerous. That was a man that I did not want to be. That was a man that I did not respect. I was scared of, because I do not want, as a man, being in an emotional state that I couldn't control. Being blinded with any kind of emotion is a dangerous thing for a man. So do not fucking listen to women. Do not be emotional. Do not express your emotion so freely, so uncontrollably, because emotions in itself is very hard to control. Obviously, this woman, right, couldn't control her emotion, destroyed something that she bought herself, blinded with rage, left her, got so crazy in front of kids, and then broke up a relationship that she was in 10 years. Yes. Yeah, men should be that emotional. That's fucking stupid.
Start paying attention, and how it's really up to men to help solve this problem, because they're surely not going to listen to us. So we were walking to the farmer's market, and right behind us were two boys, probably 13 or 14 years old, and they were saying things like, Trump is the best, what has he ever done, he has more followers online, I don't get why no one would like him. And I was seething because my 6'4", handsome, white privileged boyfriend wasn't saying anything. And so finally I stop, I turn around, and I get right in their face, and I said, he's a fucking rapist, he's a certified fucking rapist. And they go white in the face. Boyfriend still just standing there, not saying anything. Once the boys get their bearings, they say something like, well, Trump is my daddy. Trump is your daddy. And I was furious. I had a full-blown crash out. I took my full morning latte and I smashed it on the ground, and I grunted and yelled and walked away. And he was like, what's the matter? You're the matter. Not even the boys so much. Him, because he had an opportunity to stand up against misogyny, and he fucking didn't. I broke up with my boyfriend, someone I love.
Stand against misogyny. Stand against misogyny. The hate of women. These boys were talking about Trump, not about women. These boys were talking about Trump, not about women. And you think it was standing against misogyny. Absolutely psychotic. Absolutely psychotic. So let's read some comments, okay? And this is exactly how a lot of women get their BF killed, people. They tried to force them into putting themselves in an unnecessary situation. What exactly do you think would have happened? At that age, if a grown man that I didn't know tried to lecture me while I'm with my friends, we would get agitated. And since we are minors, that boyfriend of yours would be the one in trouble. Could be, right? You are bothering kids. You are getting emotional on kids. That could have happened. So pubescent boys talked about Trump. You said that was misogyny. So you screamed in their face, and then the 13-year-old boys that you screamed at then trolled you because they're 13. Where did they commit misogyny? Do you know what misogyny is? Exactly. When was the boys talking about women? I like this comment. Here's a story about my inability to regulate my emotions. Yes, queen with me. She responded to this one. Here's a story about how much like the majority of men, my ex acted cowardly when he had just recently promised he'll speak out against misogynistic comments. cowardly. You want to act brave in front of kids? And who sees that as a misogynistic comment? He talked about Trump, not about women. And much to my embarrassment and the satisfaction of those little twats, brought out the worst in me, accumulated in my loss of respect for him and the end of our relationship. Yeah, okay. Why is it bro's job to change the way someone else thinks? I agree with that. Nah, no normal adult responds the way you did. I need you to know that. I was expecting them to be saying horrible things to another person, not some fragile woman tilting at a benign conversation that didn't include them. He didn't scream at some 13-year-old kids with me, so I dumped him for being misogyny's silent enabler. Is wild when said out loud, yet here we are. Seems like the relationship wasn't the only thing lost that day. That's the insanity of women. She let some 14-year-olds get to her. Exactly. Absolutely unstable. He dodged a massive bullet. He dodged a firing squad. This is a thing where another thing that why men are just tired. Men are tired of dealing with Western women because these women are insane. These women are insane. All right, guys. That's it for tonight. I just, let's end out on this, right? Let's end out on this. I thought this was a good. I want you guys to check out this song.
She got no job, no car, still wanna vacay in Zanzibar. Got champagne taste, ramen budget, but if I ain't ballin', she saying, boy, forget it. She wearing Sheen like it's Fendi. Dreams big, but pockets empty. Scrolls my page, says I'm not her type, cause I ain't posting no yacht life. She want roses, gold chains, Dior, but she asking me, can you cover the store? I asked her, girl, what do you bring to the table? She said, Wi-Fi, password, and good cable. Why I gotta make 6 figures for a broke girl? She ain't got rent, but she want the whole world. Want steak on a plate, never cooked in her life. Saying, I'm the prize, but can't be a wife. Yeah, I gotta drive a Benz just to date a couch potato. Swipe me for a meal, then ghost me like NATO. If broke was a job, she got full tenure, but I need a 6-figure check just to win her. She posting, know your worth with a filter on, but don't know how to spell entrepreneur in her bio, hun. Got 10 cash apps and none of them full. Yeah, she judging me if my chain ain't pull. She got dreams of Dubai, but debt from Best Buy. And if I ain't rich, I get no reply. She say manifest me a man with a villa. Meanwhile, she at home sharing fries with her sister. Says she need a king, no less, but she sleeping in a t-shirt, hair a mess. Tells me energy matters, it's all about the vibe, but she ain't vibing with a 9 to 5. Why I gotta make 6 figures for a broke girl? Hair done.
I thought it was interesting. I thought it was a good song. It's by Leo J Official. Check him out. It's a decent song. So I might play this song every time the beginning of the stream, just like maybe like a kind of intro or whatever, or just like a wait period, whatever. I thought it was cool. Right? I don't know if you guys like it or not. But that's it for tonight. Hope you guys like the stream. Check me out tomorrow, right? I'll be live tomorrow. And like I said in the beginning that I want to make, I'm probably going to make Wednesday a panel stream where if anyone want to join, you could join if you guys want to. If you want to react to some videos with me, that'd be cool. If you disagree with me on anything, that'll be fine too. So I'll probably make Wednesdays for that day. But yeah, Hope you guys have a, good rest of the night. All right, later, guys. Oh, and everyone, thank you, Placebo, Big Bars, my brothers. Who else? Artie, Prime. Yeah. Thank you guys, and thank you everyone else, right? All the love and support. You guys are amazing. Thank you guys. Later.